Thank you, Dia, for joining us at Jio Convention Centre at the Mumbai Climate Week.
I just want you all to know that I'm so grateful for the work that you've done to facilitate and make this happen. It's such an integral part of the solution. The communication, the partnerships that I believe will emerge from this week, and I'm very, very excited and hopeful.
On that hopeful note, I wanted to also know that from you, conversations around climate change have changed and shifted a lot from impacts to cities, and it's about how we're living in our cities, how we build them, and just reflections from you, how you envision a good city, a good urban life, which is climate resilient and friendly.
Well, one of the 17 sustainable development goals is sustainable cities. And when we say sustainable cities, it includes the entire understanding and planning that accounts for climate change and contributes significantly towards climate action. And that means being cognizant of our climate realities and understanding how we need to mitigate the challenges that we're confronted by, not just in the short term, but in the long term. And, whether it is addressing heat island effect or proper, water harvesting systems to face the very, very big challenge and crisis of water scarcity, improving urban green cover to, planning and allocating, healthy open spaces that people can enjoy and improve their interactions with urban nature.
Right.
So there are very many aspects to this: how we manage our waste, how we manage our resources, how efficient our energy systems become, how we transition to cleaner energy systems. So there's so much, right, that contributes to making a sustainable city. And with Mumbai at the center of, and as one of the most vulnerable metropolises in the climate crisis, there's so much work that we need to do. And that work will only be possible through understanding and, knowledge and awareness at every level.
Yeah, it's quite inseparable talking about climate and our cities.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a lot of tussle between policy action and individual choices and sustainable lifestyle. Would you be able to suggest some sustainable lifestyle tips that people can take up which complement policy action as well, and what you personally?
So waste management has been a huge crisis. Right? I really feel like that may be one of the lowest hanging fruits. While, of course, there are new guidelines for waste management from just a division of 2 parts, it's become 5 parts, which is essential. But having said that, we know, those who live in cities know, that the implementation on the ground there's a gap between implementation and the policy that exists. Now, most citizens expect that the local municipalities will follow through on the guidelines and collect waste in a segregated manner, and disposal will happen in a segregated manner. But that doesn't happen. That remains a challenge. And as somebody who's worked in waste for over 10 years, I can tell you this, that when I realized 3 years, 5 years into this passionate pursuit of segregation, and that it would be mixed at the time of collection, then we said, okay, how can we manage our waste at source end to end? Can we compost ourselves? Do we have the space? Let's do it if the answer is yes.
Right.
So I would urge civil society and every citizen to find solutions at an individual level, at a society level, at a community level, at a neighborhood level, and work with your civic body, the leaders within your civic body, to find tangible, long-lasting solutions. I think this can happen for many other issues. But waste is something that we can all, don't you think, like, we should be responsible for the waste we generate? And that is one thing that as an individual we can take care of. Then, of course, what source of energy do you choose? Are you choosing a supplier that is clean energy? What kind of transportation are we using? That can make a difference. So many other things that we can do at a basic individual. Like, this is a bottle I carry everywhere I go. It's become famous as the traveling bottle. But when I started using it, not many people carried their own bottles like you do. And they thought that it was inconvenient and, a hassle. But today we see so many more people carrying their own bottles, contributing to a significant attitude shift that has brought down, the wastage of single-use plastic. So I think if there are 5 actions that every individual can take, it would be to refuse single-use plastics, to make sure they manage their waste at source, whether it's to institutions, offices, or homes. The third would be, choose your energy, make sure it's clean and efficient. The fourth, of course, would be to, use clean energy transportation and support clean energy transportation.
Right.
So, demand safer road spaces for cycling and things like that. And the fifth thing, of course, is to support organizations that work and volunteer in organizations that work to improve our cities.
I agree. I think it's about supporting the right systems.
Yes.
And just one last question. As a parent, and we have grown up in a very different world as a new generation, and a lot of young parents are worried about kind of a world that the children will have to be brought up in. How can we best prepare our children for, to be resilient themselves and to build a community like you mentioned?
I think many of the problems of our world are happening because human beings are disconnected from nature and they have separated their identity from the natural world. If as parents we can make sure our children interact with nature on a daily basis, it will teach them empathy, it will make them kinder, and I think it will make them better citizens of the world.